Good morning, afternoon, everyone. Today I want to remind you of something extraordinary, something often forgotten in the whirlwind of life. You have the power to change everything. Yes, you. The power to rewrite your story, transform your circumstances, and inspire change in the world lies within you. Belief is the foundation of every great transformation. It's the quiet force that whispers, yes, you can, even when the world around you is shouting otherwise. When you truly believe in something, whether it's your ability to achieve a dream, overcome a challenge, or make a difference, you tap into a well of energy and determination that propels you forward. Belief is not just a feeling, it's a decision. It's choosing to see possibilities instead of limitations. It's deciding that your potential is greater than your circumstances. When you believe, you act. Your actions stem from the conviction that what you're working toward is not only possible but inevitable if you stay committed. Think about it, every leap of progress, whether personal or global, begins with belief. The belief that a better life is possible. The belief that one step forward matters. The belief that even the smallest effort can create ripples of change. Without belief, we remain stuck, hesitant, and unsure. But with belief, we find the courage to try, to risk, and to persevere. When you believe in yourself, you show up differently. You take chances that once scared you. You push past obstacles with a mindset that sees them as stepping stones rather than barriers. And even when you stumble or fall, belief gives you the strength to get back up, knowing that every setback is just a setup for your next breakthrough. Belief fuels action because it creates a sense of purpose. When you believe, you no longer act out of fear or doubt. Instead, you act with intention and confidence. You align your choices with your vision, and each step you take brings you closer to the life you're striving to create. Belief doesn't just change how you think, it changes what you do, and that's where the magic happens. So believe. Believe in your dreams, your resilience, and your ability to create change, because when belief fuels your actions, the impossible becomes achievable, and the extraordinary becomes your reality. Change is often imagined as a grand, sweeping event, a dramatic shift that transforms everything in an instant. But the truth is, real transformation happens in the small steps, the tiny moments of choice that seem almost insignificant in the moment but build momentum over time. The small steps matter because they are the foundation upon which great accomplishments are built. It's not the one-time effort or the massive leap forward that sustains progress. It's the everyday, consistent actions that create lasting change. Think of a journey of 1,000 miles. It's not completed in one stride, but in countless steps, each one as important as the last. Each small step you take is a declaration of your commitment to growth. Whether it's waking up a little earlier to work on your passion, choosing to respond with kindness instead of anger, or dedicating just 5 minutes a day to your goal, these tiny actions compound. Over time, they create a momentum that feels unstoppable. When you focus on small steps, the path ahead becomes less overwhelming. Instead of being paralyzed by the enormity of your dreams, you break them down into manageable pieces. This approach builds confidence, showing you that progress is possible. Each small victory fuels your belief in what's achievable, encouraging you to keep going even when the journey feels long. Small steps also teach resilience. They remind you that progress doesn't have to be perfect. A single misstep or a day of rest doesn't erase the efforts you've made. What matters is the willingness to start again, to take the next step, no matter how small it may seem. The beauty of small steps is their accessibility. You don't need to have all the answers or a perfect plan to begin. You simply need to take one step forward, then another. Over time, those steps lead to profound transformations that might not have seemed possible when you started. Remember, the smallest action today can lead to the biggest changes tomorrow. Each step matters. Every choice counts, and together, they create a path to a life transformed by your courage and persistence. Your life is a story, and every day is a blank page waiting to be written. While you can't change the chapters that have already been completed, you have the power to shape the narrative from this moment forward. No matter where you've been, no matter what you've faced, your story is not set in stone, it is yours to rewrite. Too often, people feel trapped by their past. Mistakes, failures, or circumstances may feel like permanent stains on their lives, defining who they are and limiting what they can become. But the truth is, your past is not your destiny. It's merely a part of your journey, a collection of lessons that have brought you to this point. What you choose to do now, in this moment, is what truly defines you. Rewriting your story begins with recognizing your power to choose. You can choose a new direction, a new mindset, or a new set of priorities. You can decide to let go of what no longer serves you, whether it's fear, doubt, or the opinions of others, and embrace a future filled with possibility. Every decision you make is a word in the new chapter you're writing, a step toward the life you envision. Your story is also shaped by the perspective you bring to it. What if, instead of seeing obstacles as setbacks, you viewed them as opportunities for growth? What if you reframed failure as a stepping stone, a necessary part of learning and evolving? By shifting your perspective, you take control of your narrative, turning challenges into triumphs and pain into purpose. Rewriting your story doesn't mean ignoring the past or pretending hardships didn't happen. It means owning your experiences, learning from them, and using them as fuel for your journey forward. It's about recognizing that even the darkest chapters can lead to the most inspiring transformations. This is your life, and you hold the pen. You don't have to wait for someone else to rewrite your story for you. You don't need permission to start again. You are the author of your life, and every day is an opportunity to create a story worth telling, a story of resilience, courage, and limitless potential. So take a deep breath, pick up the pen, and write. Write with intention, with hope, and with the unshakable belief that your best chapters are still ahead. Fear is one of the most natural emotions we experience. It's a signal, a response to the unknown, the uncertain, or the challenging. But fear is not your enemy. It's not something to run from or something to be ashamed of. Instead, fear is a companion on the journey of life, a presence that walks beside you, reminding you that what you're doing matters. Often we think of fear as a barrier, a stop sign that tells us to turn around and retreat to safety. But in truth, fear is rarely a signal to stop. It's a call to pay attention. It's a sign that you're stepping out of your comfort zone, stretching yourself toward growth and change. Fear only shows up when something meaningful is at stake, and that's why it's a companion worth acknowledging. The mistake many people make is waiting for fear to disappear before taking action. They believe they need to feel fearless to move forward, but the reality is that courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is moving forward in spite of it. It's learning to coexist with fear, allowing it to be present without letting it take control. When you treat fear as a companion rather than a stop sign, you begin to see it differently. It becomes a teacher, offering you the chance to explore what lies beyond your comfort zone. It encourages you to ask questions: what am I afraid of? What's the worst that could happen? And what's the best? These reflections can help you understand that fear often exaggerates the risks and downplays your ability to handle them. Fear also has a way of shrinking when you face it head on. The moment you take even a small step forward, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Fear begins to lose its power, replaced by a growing sense of confidence and resilience. Each step you take builds momentum, and before you know it, you're doing the very thing you once thought impossible. It's important to remember that fear doesn't mean you're on the wrong path. Often it's a sign that you're on the right one, a path that challenges you, stretches you, and leads to growth. The key is not to let fear paralyze you, but to let it propel you. Fear may ride along with you, but it doesn't get to steer. So when fear shows up, acknowledge it. Thank it for its concern, and then take the next step anyway. Because fear is not a stop sign. It's a companion, a reminder that you're alive, daring greatly, and moving toward a future worth striving for. The past is a part of who you are, but it does not determine who you can become. Too often, people feel trapped by their history, mistakes they've made, hardships they've endured, or opportunities they missed. They carry the weight of their past as if it's a fixed sentence, believing it limits what they can achieve or deserve in the future. But the truth is, your past is a chapter, not the whole story. You have the power to turn the page and write something new. Your past does not define you because you are not static. You are a constantly evolving, growing, and learning individual. Every experience, good or bad, has shaped you into the person you are today, but none of those moments has the final say in who you will be tomorrow. Growth is not only possible, it's inevitable when you choose it. The lessons you've learned from your past are tools you can use to create a brighter and more intentional future. It's important to recognize that the mistakes or failures of your past do not diminish your worth. Every person stumbles, every person makes choices they wish they could undo, but those moments don't erase your potential. In fact, they often provide the clarity and motivation needed to strive for something better. The key is to stop judging yourself by the standards of a past you've already outgrown. Releasing the hold of the past requires forgiveness, not just for others, but for yourself. Forgive yourself for the times you didn't know better, for the decisions you made out of fear or pain, and for the moments you fell short of your own expectations. This forgiveness is not about excusing the past, it's about freeing yourself from it so you can move forward unburdened. Your future is shaped by the choices you make today, not by the choices you made yesterday. Every day is an opportunity to begin again, to create new habits, and to pursue new dreams. It doesn't matter how many times you've tried and failed, or how long you've been stuck in the same patterns. Change becomes possible the moment you decide to embrace it. Letting go of the past also means shifting your focus to the possibilities ahead. Stop replaying what went wrong or what could have been, and start imagining what could be. When you focus on where you're going instead of where you've been, you open yourself up to opportunities, hope, and the chance to build a future that excites and fulfills you. Remember, your past is part of your story, but it's not the whole story. You are not defined by what has happened to you, but by how you choose to rise from it. Each day gives you the gift of a fresh start, and with that comes the freedom to create a life that reflects your truest potential and your deepest dreams. Gratitude is one of the most powerful forces we can cultivate in our lives. It has the ability to shift our mindset, reframe our experiences, and unlock a world of possibilities we might not have noticed otherwise. When we focus on what we have rather than what we lack, something remarkable happens. We begin to see abundance instead of scarcity, opportunity instead of limitation, and joy instead of dissatisfaction. Gratitude works by redirecting our attention. It's easy to get caught up in what's missing or what's going wrong in our lives. Challenges, setbacks, and unmet goals can cloud our perspective, making us feel stuck or overwhelmed. But when we consciously choose gratitude, we change the narrative. Instead of dwelling on what isn't working, we start to notice the blessings already present, big and small, that support and uplift us. This shift in focus doesn't mean ignoring difficulties or pretending everything is perfect. Rather, it's about acknowledging that even in the midst of challenges, there are things to be thankful for. Gratitude allows us to hold space for both our struggles and our blessings, reminding us that life is complex yet full of potential. When we practice gratitude, we also open ourselves up to more possibilities. By appreciating what we have, we create a mindset of positivity and abundance. This mindset encourages us to take risks, pursue opportunities, and believe in our ability to create a better future. Gratitude fosters resilience, helping us see obstacles as temporary and surmountable rather than insurmountable barriers. It gives us the strength to keep moving forward, knowing that every step brings new things to be grateful for. Gratitude also deepens our connections with others. When we express appreciation for the people in our lives, their support, kindness, and contributions, we strengthen those relationships and create a ripple effect of positivity. Gratitude has the power to inspire not only ourselves but also those around us, spreading a sense of hope and possibility. Moreover, gratitude shifts how we see our own potential. Instead of focusing on what we lack, whether it's resources, skills, or time, we start to recognize what we already have at our disposal. This recognition builds confidence and creativity, encouraging us to use what we have to create something meaningful. By embracing gratitude, we cultivate a sense of contentment that fuels our drive to grow and achieve. Gratitude isn't about settling for less, it's about appreciating the journey while striving for more. It reminds us that we are already equipped with everything we need to take the next step, and that every moment holds the potential for new blessings. Gratitude ultimately unlocks possibilities by expanding our perspective. It transforms how we see the world, how we see ourselves, and how we approach life. When we live in gratitude, we find ourselves open to more joy, more opportunities, and a deeper sense of purpose. It's a simple yet profound practice that turns ordinary moments into extraordinary ones and reminds us of the endless potential that lies within and around us. No one thrives in isolation. Community is where we find the strength to face life's challenges, the inspiration to pursue our dreams, and the support to weather the storms. It is through the bonds we share with others that we discover a deeper sense of belonging, purpose, and resilience. Community is strength, not because it erases struggle, but because it ensures we don't have to face it alone. At its core, community is about connection. It's the people who see us, hear us, and stand beside us in moments of triumph and trial. In times of difficulty, a community provides a safety net, those who catch us when we fall and remind us that we're not alone. Knowing that others care, that someone is there to listen or lend a hand, makes even the heaviest burdens feel a little lighter. Community also fuels hope. When you're surrounded by people who believe in you, even when you doubt yourself, their faith becomes a mirror, reflecting your own potential back to you. Their encouragement inspires courage, reminding you that you're capable of more than you realize. It's in the collective strength of community that individual strength grows. The power of community lies in its diversity. Each person brings their unique perspective, experience, and skills, creating a rich tapestry of resources that no single individual could provide on their own. Together, communities can solve problems, create opportunities, and achieve what might seem impossible in isolation. In this shared space, your strengths enhance others, and their strengths uplift you. Accountability also emerges naturally in community. When you know others are counting on you or rooting for you, it motivates you to stay committed to your goals and values. Your community becomes a compass, helping you navigate life's uncertainties with a sense of purpose and integrity. But the beauty of community is not just about receiving, it's equally about giving. When you contribute to your community, whether by offering support, sharing your talents, or simply being present, you reinforce the bonds that hold it together. Giving back reminds you of your own capacity to make a difference, creating a sense of fulfillment that grows stronger with each act of kindness. Community reminds us that we are part of something greater than ourselves. It shows us that while our individual journeys are important, they are enriched by the connections we share. In a community, our joys are multiplied, our burdens are shared, and our lives are woven into a larger story of collective resilience and achievement. This strength doesn't come from perfection or agreement in all things. It comes from the willingness to stand together, to value each person's contribution, and to recognize that our differences make us stronger. A true community thrives on mutual respect, empathy, and the understanding that together we are more than the sum of our parts. In every stage of life, community provides the foundation for growth and the safety net for challenges. It reminds us that we don't have to have all the answers or do it all alone. When we embrace the power of community, we discover that strength is not just found within ourselves, but in the connections that uplift us and the people who walk alongside us. Community is strength, and it is one of the greatest gifts we can give and receive. Every voice matters. Your voice, whether spoken aloud or shared in the quiet spaces of your thoughts, has a ripple effect far beyond what you can imagine. It carries power, influence, and the ability to shape the world around you. It's not just the loudest voices that make a difference, but every voice that speaks with conviction and purpose. When you choose to speak your truth, to share your ideas, and to express your thoughts, you are contributing to a larger conversation that has the potential to inspire, challenge, and create change. Sometimes we underestimate the impact of our words. We may think that because we are not speaking on a grand stage or to a large audience, our voice doesn't matter. But every interaction you have, every conversation you engage in, and every word you write or share has the potential to influence the people around you. When you speak with authenticity, you inspire others to do the same. When you raise your voice in support of what's right, you create a ripple that encourages others to act. Your voice is a tool for connection. It can build bridges between people who might otherwise never understand one another. In sharing your experiences, you offer others a glimpse into your world, allowing them to relate to your struggles, your joys, and your hopes. In turn, you open yourself up to learn from others as well. It's in this exchange of voices that empathy grows and understanding deepens. The impact of your voice extends beyond direct communication. Sometimes simply choosing to speak up for the things that matter or to stand up against injustice can shift the course of a conversation, a relationship, or even a movement. Small actions, whether it's offering a kind word, questioning the status quo, or offering a fresh perspective, have the power to influence and encourage change. Your voice also carries the power to heal. In moments of pain or uncertainty, speaking your truth can create spaces of comfort and understanding for others who may feel the same way. Sharing your vulnerability allows others to do the same, forging a collective strength. There's something profoundly healing in knowing that you are not alone in your experiences, that others hear you and share your journey. The choices you make with your voice, what you choose to say, how you choose to say it, and when you choose to speak define the kind of impact you will have. Words can either build or break, lift or diminish. Your voice can serve as a source of encouragement or a tool for empowerment. You can choose to use your voice to uplift, to advocate, to educate, and to inspire those around you. Even in the silence, your voice has power. The way you use your presence, the way you choose to listen, and the way you choose to act when words are not enough can also have a profound impact. Sometimes the quietest actions speak the loudest. Your voice has impact because it is uniquely yours, shaped by your experiences, your values, and your vision for the world. When you speak with authenticity, you create a space for others to do the same, and together these voices have the power to transform communities, spark change, and inspire new possibilities. Never underestimate the influence of your voice. It is one of the most powerful tools you have to make a difference. The present moment is all we truly have. So often we find ourselves consumed by thoughts of the past or the future, regrets over what we did or didn't do, or anxieties about what's to come. But the truth is, the past is behind us and the future is unknown. What we have is this very moment, and how we choose to embrace it shapes our experience of life. To fully live is to embrace the power of now, to ground ourselves in the present and harness the potential that lies within it. When we focus on the present, we let go of the weight of what's already happened and free ourselves from the worry of what might happen. We allow ourselves to be fully engaged in the now, to experience life as it is, without distractions or preconceived notions. This moment is all we need to begin, to change, to evolve, and to grow. The more we practice being present, the more we begin to notice the richness of life in each passing second, the sounds, the smells, the feelings, the connections. Everything we need to live fully is right here, in the now. Embracing the power of now means accepting where we are in life without judgment. It means not letting past mistakes, regrets, or missed opportunities prevent us from moving forward. It's about acknowledging that while the past has shaped us, it doesn't define us. Every moment is a new opportunity, a chance to make a different choice, to take a step towards something better. By embracing the now, we give ourselves permission to be present with who we are without constantly trying to change or fix ourselves. The present moment is also where true action happens. We can plan all we want for the future, but without action in the now, those plans remain dreams. To embrace the power of now is to take action, to show up for yourself and your goals in real time. It means recognizing that the small decisions you make in this moment are what will eventually shape your tomorrow. The way you show up today is how you begin to create the future you desire. Living in the present also helps us cultivate gratitude. The more we pay attention to the present moment, the more we begin to appreciate the beauty and abundance already around us. Instead of focusing on what we don't have or what's going wrong, we start to see the richness of the life we're living right now. Each moment is an opportunity to be thankful for what is and to celebrate the journey as it unfolds. Gratitude keeps us anchored in the now, reminding us that everything we need is already within reach. When we embrace the power of now, we also become more attuned to ourselves. We connect with our feelings, our needs, and our desires without the distractions of past regrets or future worries. This mindfulness allows us to make more intentional choices, to live with more clarity, and to focus on what really matters. It helps us become more present in our relationships, more mindful in our work, and more compassionate with ourselves. Ultimately, the power of now lies in the simple truth that it is all we ever have. The future is a collection of moments not yet lived, and the past is a collection of moments that are gone. The present is where life happens, where you have the ability to create, change, and grow. When we embrace the power of now, we allow ourselves to fully experience life, to make the most of each moment, and to unlock the limitless possibilities that are available to us in the here and now. Success is a deeply personal concept, and it is one that is defined by each individual. Too often, we allow external measures, societal expectations, the opinions of others, or predefined standards of achievement to shape how we view success. We look at other people's accomplishments and feel that we must follow the same path to be considered successful. But the truth is, success is not a one-size-fits-all idea. It is shaped by our values, our goals, and our unique vision for our lives. Success is not defined by what others think it should be, but by what it means to you personally. For some, success might look like financial wealth, recognition, or a prestigious career. For others, it might be about personal fulfillment, making a difference in the lives of others, or finding inner peace. The beauty of defining success for yourself is that it gives you the freedom to pursue what truly matters to you without being shackled by comparisons or the pressures of what others expect. Your success is not measured by the size of your bank account or the titles you hold, but by how aligned your life is with your own sense of purpose and happiness. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that success must come in a particular form, whether it's landing a dream job, buying a home, or becoming a public figure. But success is more than these outward markers. It's the quiet satisfaction of knowing you are living in alignment with your own values, that you are growing as a person, and that you are content with the direction you are headed. Success can be found in the small victories, the moments when you push through doubt, when you learn something new, or when you take a step toward becoming the person you want to be. Success is also about the journey, not just the destination. It's easy to get fixated on achieving a particular goal and to measure success only by reaching the end point. But the process of getting there, the struggles, the learning, the mistakes, and the growth is where true success lies. Every step you take, every challenge you overcome, every lesson you learn is part of your success. It is not just about achieving something in the future, but about realizing that the way you live each day is part of what makes your life meaningful and successful. Success is fluid, not fixed. What success looks like for you today may change tomorrow as you grow and evolve. Your dreams, your priorities, and your definition of success will likely shift as you learn more about yourself and the world around you. What matters is that you continue to define success in ways that feel true to you, that serve your growth, and that align with your evolving vision for your life. It is also important to realize that success is not about perfection. It's about embracing progress, no matter how small, and being kind to yourself along the way. Success is the willingness to keep moving forward, even when the path is unclear or when you experience setbacks. It's about learning to celebrate your achievements without guilt or comparison, and recognizing that your journey is unique to you. At the end of the day, success is defined by you. It's not a checklist of accomplishments that are set by society or others. It's about being true to yourself, pursuing what brings you joy, and measuring your progress by your own standards, not anyone else's. Your success is personal, and it's up to you to determine what it looks like, what it feels like, and how to get there. The power to create your own definition of success is one of the greatest freedoms you have. So take the time to reflect on what truly matters to you, what success feels like from the inside out, and know that it's yours to define, create, and achieve.